Live from the rinks in Hop Park, New York, the Stony Brook University Seawolves take on the University of Central Oklahoma Broncos in an ACHA matchup. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. Today, the Stony Brook Seawolves will take on again the University of Central Oklahoma and try to win a game against the Broncos. Last night, the Seawolves gave away the first period of the game with a very lackluster performance that found them down 2-0 midway through the first period. Under a minute remaining, Tyler Underhill of the Seawolves broke down left wing and was able to snap a shot over the shoulder. Laser of a shot past goaltender Henry to get the Seawolves on the board finally. At 2-1 at the end of the first period. In the second period, laced with numerous penalties, the Seawolves would tie the game on an errant pass in the Broncos defensive zone. Captain J.T. Hall capitalizing on a Broncos mistake, going 5-hole on the goalkeeper Henry to tie the game at 2. There were no goals scored in the third period, and both teams found themselves down a man going into the overtime period. The Seawolves would eventually get the power play for just under a minute, and failed to capitalize on a 4-on-3 advantage, which proved costly to the Seawolves, who were only able to score one power play goal in 8 chances in this game. The game was decided finally on a shootout, and the Seawolves could not get any pucks past the Broncos netminder Henry, who proved he's one of the top goaltenders in the ACHA. Unfortunately, Derek Williams was unable to match Henry's performance, and the Seawolves went down in a shootout loss. Let's bring in our color commentator, Andy Sukoff. And Andy, today, I think the Seawolves may have learned a lesson from yesterday.
And they had to. Yesterday they came out and they were a step behind for that entire first period. They couldn't get away from the Central Oklahoma crushing defense. And the turnovers that they had in that first period, with both of which led to goals, those were main problems. The passing was not sharp in the first period. So whatever Coach Garofalo said in the second period, it kind of resonated with them because they started to play better midway through that game. And then in the third period, it was all Seawolves from that point. Central Oklahoma couldn't really get anything going on Williams. Williams having a fantastic game, making 29 saves on 31 shots. And Alex Henry for Central Oklahoma really stepping up and doing well himself, 31 saves on 33 shots. So today, now that the Seawolves know what they can do and what they were able to do in the second half of that game, they have to come out strong. They have to come out quick. They can't mess around in the first part of the game and fall behind early.
I totally agree with that. As a matter of fact, Williams had such a great game yesterday for the Seawolves. He really did. That Coach Chris Garofalo is putting Williams back in the net again today. And Williams will be the netminder for the Seawolves. And we have just a couple of changes for the Seawolves, as we'll get to them a little bit later on. One we can tell you right away is Heffernan back in on D. Letizio a scratch, and we're going to see Bakari out there on the fourth line today, as Kalila will be a scratch. We're going to see Bozer moving up to the third line, Stemke moving back to the fourth line, as Coach Garofalo still does a juggling act with the lines to try to get the best combinations possible. We talked about this yesterday ad nauseum. We'll talk a little bit about it again today. We know the Seawolves play in the ESCHL division, a division right now that we have to say, honestly, is not a very potent division when it comes to talent.
It's a lot. It's not as strong as it has been in recent years.
Exactly.
You know, especially when you had a lot of the big recruits are coming from the Midwest and the western part of the country. That's where you get in terms of size-wise. And
I mean, gone are the Delaware teams that were bidding for nationals and won a national championship.
Yeah.
Gone is Rhode Island, that was always a top competitor. Right now, they're in a rebuilding stage, and it hurts to play against those teams.
You look at the last few national champions. Look at where they all came from. You have Central Oklahoma, Midwest, Arizona State in the West, Oakland in Michigan. So you have them all coming from the Midwest and the western part of the United States. That's where the recruits are going.
And that's generally where most of the talent will reside and where it'll go to, because hockey in the Midwest is unlike hockey anywhere else. If you're in the college area sport, or if you're even in USHL, that's where the competition is.
Exactly.
The breeding ground for the Detroit Red Wings, comes from the Midwest, and they always seem to find the diamonds in the rough that get through and get those players out into national view. And we're seeing that in Detroit right now, matter of fact, with Dylan Larkin. So, these players are, not at that level, but the level of hockey that they play is very, very entertaining.
It really is.
The Seawolves have to match the intensity, almost like turning on a switch. And if you've ever played this game, it's very difficult to just turn on a switch and step your level up in every facet of the game, from speed, hitting, shooting, and then also game intelligence, the game acumen. You just can't turn a switch on and expect your players to have the game acumen that your competitor has already. And again, we talked about this yesterday too. There are a lot of players on the UCO team that are international, Canadian, and American, and the various coaching that these kids have received through those programs. You can see the level of the game that they have learned.
And one of the biggest things that I think the Seawolves need to improve on today is puck control. Yesterday we saw a lot of pucks falling off the stick, bad passes. That has to change. They can't let pucks just sit in the neutral zone or hit a divot in the ice in your own zone. And that's going to lead to odd man rushes, which is how Central Oklahoma scored their second goal of the game. And if the Seals can control the puck, it's going to be a lot better for them moving forward in today's game.
Yeah, and again, sometimes it's going to be pressure in your own end. You got to figure out a way to get the puck out, and that's what you got to work on quickly to get the puck out. The next thing is making that first pass. Get that first pass on the stick. If that first pass isn't there, you're going to have to hold it. You have to carry it. You got to do whatever you got to do to get a pass onto another Stony Brook stick. The other thing, too, is when they're on the ice, they need to be having their heads on a swivel.
Yes.
You got to be able to see the puck on your stick, or when it's not on your stick, you have to be totally aware and be a step ahead in order to make a play.
And what comes with that, that's going to come with communication on the ice and just on-ice awareness, knowing where your teammates are, knowing where you need to be on a set play. You need to be in that spot and making sure that you're in a position to get the puck if it's fed in your direction.
Exactly. So we're going to see, like I said, a couple of new faces in the lineup today, and we'll see how that turns out for the Seawolves. Again, two of the big weapons for the Seawolves are their defensemen. 27, Frank Sherding, number 75, Frank Kasha. These are two guys that can bring a real good shot from the point. And they were being watched very carefully last night by the Broncos. And I was saying it throughout the game, Kasha only had, I think, 3 shots throughout the whole game. And Seawolves need to find a way to get that puck back to him, get in front of Henry, create some screen, stop his vision somehow, and then let Kasha and Sherding rip from the point and be ready for rebounds.
And we saw Sherding yesterday, especially in the third period. He started lining up some big ones. And you look at what Frank Sherding does for this team, especially on the power play, both defensemen really. But when you have a good right-handed shot from the point like you do in Frank Sherding, that's a good thing to have. And he was ripping off some shots that unfortunately weren't getting through, but you saw that he was on the right track.
All right. We still have a little bit more time before the warm-up is over. We're a little behind schedule today, folks. Normally it would be a 3:30 start. Probably looking more at a 3:40, 3:45 start, only because we've, Sunday afternoon, sometimes it's hard to pinpoint the exact time. The schedule will end today for the Seawolves as far as regular season. This will be our last broadcast of the year. Again, we really enjoy bringing this to you every year, and, we do it. We love the sport. We do it out of passion. We do it for free, and we hope that you folks enjoy it. And we appreciate the viewerships, and getting more people to view it helps us immensely. So if you do have some folks that like to watch some hockey, turn them on to the website and have them tune in and watch some Seawolves hockey.
And you can also reach out to us via social media. We're all on Twitter here. You can follow Andy at AVMags, myself at Andy_Sukoff. So if you have comments during the game or just thoughts about the game in general, you can hit us up there. Try to get back to you.
All right. We also will, the Seawolves will go next week, I believe, to the to their ESCHL divisional playoffs.
This year it's hosted at Lebanon Valley.
Right, we'll be at Lebanon Valley's arena, Hershey Park Arena, actually, yeah. So if you're out and about next weekend and have some time, you want to shoot down to Hershey, about 2.5 hour ride, you can watch them live in a very nice old classic arena.
And you watch a Seawolves team that's going for their 4th straight conference championship.
Yeah, and again, I would imagine that this year is going to be a little bit tougher because of Lebanon Valley's rise up in the division. And we talked about earlier how some of the teams are rebuilding: Delaware, Rhode Island, Westchester. Delaware, Lebanon Valley has actually been rebuilding for a couple of years now, and they have really risen in that division. And they're going to be at nationals too, folks. They're ranked number 11. And they're
going to be a tough out.
They will be a tough out, no doubt.
We saw them here last week, and they gave Stony Brook all they could handle. And it took the second game to overtime, where Stony Brook had to tie the game with 11 seconds to go, because Lebanon Valley had outplayed them for that entire game on Sunday, after a game on Saturday that they had won 6-4. So Lebanon Valley knows how to play with these teams and can beat them. So that's something you got to watch out for, and other teams around the nation had to take notice of that as well.
Absolutely. All right, folks, we're going to take our short break, and we'll be back for the start of the beginning of the game. Thanks for tuning in and watching Seawolves Hockey Live. Welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. Andy Bignani along with Andy Sukoff, Trevor behind the controls. And we are just waiting for the teams to get on the ice so we can get this game going, as it's already 15 minutes past game time. Ice girls are on the ice, and our refs are on the ice. We have Bendies, as all will be wearing the stripes today, the orange ones. And then we have McCutcheon, one linesman, and we have Seltzer, the other. Not in the lineup for the refs today is Ruben.
Or Pincus.
Pincus. So anyway.
Not that we're keeping track or anything.
You know, we failed to mention one of the Broncos yesterday who took that vicious slap shot from Frank Sherding off the stick and hit him in the kneecap.
He's going to play.
He's in the lineup. I can't tell you exactly who it was, but we're just amazed that he's back in the lineup today. And, you know, we don't see anybody out there limping. So,
no.
All right, let's get dimmed down for the Seawolves as they'll make their grand entrance out onto the ice. And today we hope for a better start from the Seawolves.
They can't start out slowly like they did last night. If they start out slowly again and fall behind, we know they have the firepower to get back into the game, but I don't know if they could do it 2 nights in a row. You know, hopefully they don't have to.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb today. My prediction is a 2-goal game.
That's bold. Bold.
It's bold. And I'm going to say a 2-goal, and I'm not going to tell you who, but it's going to be a 2-goal advantage today. Yesterday was the 1 goal because I think it was still a bit of a feel-out. I think today the teams know what to expect from each other.
I'm thinking it's going to be a 1-goal game again because, again, it's going to be a very gritty, fight-it-out game.
Going to kick it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups. All right. Thanks for the sticks, guys.
And now, the starting lineup for your Stony Brook Seawolves. At right wing, number 94, Joe Pacino.
Right wing, Joe Bociccio.
And Kikyo, since he's come back from what he was dealing with earlier this season, he's had a strong few games. He's averaging over a point a game. So that's big for the Seawolves that they have another person who averages a point per game.
Number 5, Dalton Gilbert.
All right.
At left defense, number 27, Frank Sheridan. And in goal, number 33, Derek Will.
All right, so we have Hall centering Sheridan and Bociccio. And on defense, it'll be Gilbert and Sheridan. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone, as we are just moments away from the start of the first period. You're watching the Stony Brook University Seawolves in white and red. White with red trim, and they'll be versing the University of Central Oklahoma Broncos, who are wearing blue with yellow trim. Stony Brook going from right to left, the Broncos from left to right. Starting lineup will be Hall centering Boquicchio and Lizaldi, shirting on D with Gilbert and Wilms in net for the Seawolves. And for the Broncos, it'll be Rivera centering Wyatt and Dooley, Meyer and Nygaard on D with Henry in net. Bendies is ready to drop the puck, and the players are making their way to the center ice line, and we are almost on the way. Some last-minute words from Coach Colin Bromstead to Frank Scherdy. And here we go, folks.
And yesterday we saw the Seawolves kind of struggle a little bit in the faceoff circle,
Absolutely.
especially in the first period. So they need to come out and win faceoffs early in this game.
Puck was won, actually, eventually back by the Seawolves, picked up by Boquicchio. He'll dump it in off the leg of the defenseman, Nygaard. Back behind the net, Zaldi to Hall. Hall trying to get it to the front of the net. Taken away by Wyatt.
He had a spot for Boquicchio in the slot, but Boquicchio couldn't get to the puck in time.
This is Gilbert now. Gilbert will trying to get it over. Turnover right away for the forecheck.
This is what we saw yesterday. We saw turnovers in the offensive zone, in the defensive zone.
Now Hall got his
big chances.
Hall just got his feet taken out. No call on that play. Boquicchio now will come up. The forecheck is pretty good for the Broncos. So
Central Oklahoma's got a very strong forecheck, and then they get back on defense very quickly. So it's hard for the Seawolves to get a rush going when the Broncos collapse as quickly as they do.
Seawolves have changed. This is now Underhill, Satola, and DeFeo out there. Puck comes through the neutral zone, picked up by Rice, coming through with speed on right wing. Pass is knocked down by Kasha. Rice gets his rebound, and he's pushed to the wall by Kasha, but still maintains possession. Now DeFeo picks the puck up. It comes through the neutral zone with Underhill on left wing. Underhill with the puck. Throws a shot. It was actually a pass, and off the mark, did not get deflected. It's a 3-on-2 coming in right now for the Broncos. Pass a little wide, picked back up by the Broncos, and a backhand shot by Herndon, saved by Wilms. As now there's a little bit of a tussle in the crease. As Herndon gets pushed down by Cartwright. It's one thing the Seawolves need to do. They need to stand up.
They can't let.
If somebody wants to land in the crease, let them stand there, and you push them out. They want to move. You got to send a message. You're not going to stand there.
Eventually, if you hit somebody enough times, they're not going to go back to that spot,
right,
because they know they're going to get hit if they do.
And that was Jamoff. Yes, Jamoff 6'2", and he's a big kid, and you're gonna have to push him out. You got to push him out. Face off to the left of Wilms. On the draw is Crockett. Is now the Seawolves have gotten to the third line, which will have Bozer on that line as well. This is Osaski trying to send Bozer with the puck. Bozer collides with Minks in center ice.
And Minks is the one who goes down. Bozer got the inside edge and kind of got him on the knee a little bit.
They're trying to get a little bit more speed out there. Not going to have much size, but speed with this line. And Crockett's a very tenacious player as well. So
and Crockett had an effective game yesterday. He made some plays happy with his legs out there.
And the puck goes back behind the net to Miller. Miller tries to get a backhander versus a forehanded shot there. Could not get it through to his winger, Osaski. Back up to the point. Minks will hold in. Trick to the back of the net. Back to get it is Dandroff. Dandroff hands it off to number 9, Johnson. Back to Dandroff. No look pass. Picked off by the Seawolves. Tapped off Bozer's skate. And this is going to be an icing. It'll come all the way back to the Seawolves' end. That line will have to stay out there.
And that line's been out there for over a minute now. So they need to win this faceoff, get it into the neutral zone, and get that change. You see Scherting is just itching to get onto the ice.
Yeah.
So he's going to be the first one on as soon as Miller gets off.
Now, Bozer's going to take the draw instead of Crockett. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe Bozer's trying to get their sentiment thrown out. I don't know what the strategy is.
Bozer has done well on faceoffs this year, and the few we've seen him take here on home ice, he's won the majority of them.
And he's won this one too, which is good. But now Crockett throws it up the wall, and it's out of the possession of the Sea. It was picked up by Miller. Miller trying to get it to Osaski. He'll send it back behind the net. And that's where Hole has it. And Hull sends it to the wall. Picked up by Osowski. He's going to try to get out and get a change. Bozer will try to dump it deeper. And now it's picked up by Miller. Miller will get it. Did not get it back to his defensive partner. It might have been the easier play there. Picked up by Miller again. He'll send it back up to Bishop this time. And Bishop will carry as the Seawolves have made their change. Bishop carrying, losing it on a poke check. Now picked up by the fourth line, which is Stemke sends it off a leg into the corner. Stemke after it again. And Bukhari out there on the fourth line today, getting some ice time for the Seawolves this game.
Bakari's one of the bigger players the Seawolves have on the roster. So knowing that they have size, and he's out there against Dooley's line. Dooley's the biggest player on the ice by far for either team. You need that. You need some size out there to just match up.
It's just tough to kind of come back hard. You know, you haven't played it a while. Oh, loose puck. Wilbs didn't grab it. Back to the point. And a shot gets through and just missed. Whoa, that shot whizzed through by Roeder. Out in front, Wilms with the save. He didn't see that shot. It went wide. Seawolves buzzing right now is Oklahoma. That shot, right on goal. Glove save with the screen. Rivera, now they've got out there with their number one line, and this is really a tough go for
this is almost
Seawolves right now.
This is almost like a rerun of
Wilms needs to get a freeze here if he can, because this is like a power play. The fourth line is not really geared to be playing up against their number one line. That's not the role they're playing today.
And we saw this yesterday in the beginning of the first period. Central Oklahoma was uncontested on shots for a good 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, and Wilms getting out there, sending it back to Sherding. Sherding trying to send it up the wall. Again, some of the plays that the Seawolves have to make, you got to be a little bit smarter. You got to get daylight.
You got to
get some good check on the wall there from Sherding. But the puck is loose. Picked up by Sherding. He'll control it. Get it to Lizaldi. Lizaldi has to make a move right away because there's no time. Literally is no time. Seawolves trying to make a move. Okikio sends it off the stick of Hall. Hall in the zone with the puck. Trying to get it up to Lizaldi. And it was knocked down, and Lizaldi and Hall pick it up. This is Hall with the puck. Making a buzz move. Right, turning. Look at a nice play there. Oh, he had Okikio. Shot it wide. Kasha sends it back behind the net. Seawolves with some zone time.
This is their first sustained pressure that they've had in the game.
Back up to the point to Kasha. He'll just send it to the net. Rebound. Was blocked in front and never got through.
It's blocked by Jamev.
I was hoping Kasha could have actually wound up and slapped that one, but I think he just wanted to get pucks to the net. But that was a smart play.
When you're down 7-0 in shots, 6 minutes into the game, you just want to make sure you get
and again, this is just like yesterday, where the Seawolves have no sustained offensive pressure yet.
It's a carbon copy.
All right, face off to the right, and now taken away by DeFeo, but DeFeo knocked himself off the puck. This is Kasha trying to send something to the middle of the ice, and again, pass was deflected, and you got to be aware of what's out there. Nice move here by DeFeo, trying to walk in. Feo will try to get to this loose puck, try to beat Nikov to it. Novikov. This is Dandrov coming through the neutral zone to Novikov. Fires a shot, saved by Willems. He grabs it and holds it.
Right now we're seeing a Stony Brook defense, which is, again, playing a step behind the Central Oklahoma attack.
Well, Central Oklahoma's have a habit of coming out hard and fast.
Yeah, they come in very quickly, and what the Seawolves have to do, they have to get back a little faster. And that's a matter of making quicker changes or better changes just to keep the Broncos at bay. You gotta adjust your game to ensure that Wilms isn't getting peppered with shots so early on.
Yep. And again, it's the slow starts that the Seawolves are known for. They don't start fast, but they eventually get up to speed. But they need to not take a period off like they did last night. Literally took the whole first period, almost the whole first period off before scoring late in the period.
Yesterday was a period that is not indicative of how Stony Brook plays, and Central Oklahoma was making the Seawolves play right into their hands.
Well, we have to be careful with that because, remember, we're used to watching them play against teams in their own division. This is how Stony Brook plays against the better competition. You really get to see what their level is at. So
exactly.
They don't get to see teams like this. They saw Adrian this year and they split with them. And the first game wasn't pretty.
That was a game where Adrian was hitting them all up and down the ice. And that was a very physical game where Stony Brook learned, nice catch here by our cameraman, Ryan Gillette.
We'll keep it.
We get a little souvenir up here from time to time.
All right, that puck came right up into the box, folks. And we got a little souvenir ourselves. One of our Stony Brook cameramen did a nice job catching it with the bare hand. All right, face off to the right of Henry. Face off won by the Seawolves, and this one's knocked out of the rig too. Off the glove of Sherding, and this puck will come out into the neutral zone. And we'll have a face-off here. And we were right about the same time yesterday. Shots were actually probably 9-2 at the time. And we have a penalty actually on goaltender interference. So the Seawolves are actually on a power play right now. Let's see if they can do anything to that face-off will go all the way back into the zone for the Broncos as it went up into the rafters off a mink stick. We're going to get another face-off to right of Henry. This is JT Hall on the draw. JT's having a tough time with face-offs in this series. All the way down into the Seawolves zone. Sherding back to get it, but so is Wyatt. Wyatt on the forecheck for the Broncos. Bokikio back to Sherding. And we are still waiting to see some kind of sense of urgency from the Seawolves. And don't know when that's going to come, but it'll come soon. We hope. This is JT Hall. Nice move over to Soski. Soski down the middle to Hall. Fires a shot just wide. Nice play by the Seawolves there. A little give and go coming through the zone.
That's their bread and butter play on the power play. They like to use that a lot. And that one they had the chance. They're going to watch the rush out from here. Hall drives it up to Azovsky. And they're just going to kind of give and go amongst each other. And there's a touch pass to Hall.
And Hall actually could have got that back to Lizaldi for a tap-in.
He would have if he would have made that one last pass.
Back to get his DeFeo. DeFeo out front to Bogo, and Satola parks it high for the first goal of the game on a give from DeFeo.
And we saw it yesterday that DeFeo and Satola helped set up Underhill's goal late in the period. So we're going to watch it again. Here's DeFeo, gets the rebound, puts it out to Satola, and Satola just flips it up and in.
Andrew Satola, who doesn't normally score, he's usually a passer, parks it high, top corner on the glove side of Henry. And the Stony Brook Seawolves take the 1-0 lead on only their second shot of the game.
So that's a big goal for the Seals. It's a power play goal. So they're 1-for-1
and a power play goal, which is really important because that's what you want to be able to do is capitalize.
And that's a big boost in confidence for the team. You score a power play goal against a team that you struggled against last week.
There seems to be some discussion from the referee of whether or not a hand pass occurred, and Bendy's is talking to the coach and then letting him know that it was not a hand pass.
And here, as you see, it's right off of DeFeo's stick onto Satola's. And there was nothing that Central Oklahoma could do with that play.
DeFeo, Satola, and Underhill back out there. Controlled by Sherding. Sherding getting into Underhill. He'll just tap it in the zone. On the forecheck is DeFeo. This has got to give this line some confidence right now, boy. I tell you, they played a good game yesterday. Now we're going to have a penalty here, and it's going to be on Oklahoma. Central Oklahoma is going to go back to the box. And this is good for the Seawolves to walk away and just don't get involved.
They're getting Underhill assist as well.
The Seawolves just need to be more disciplined and just let it roll. And if they're going to take penalties like this, don't get caught up.
And Central Oklahoma, they took a lot of penalties yesterday. There were 62 combined penalty minutes amongst the two teams. Central Oklahoma took 38 of them. So this team goes to the box, and they go to the box a lot.
All right, we're still waiting for someone to get into the box here. It looks like it's going to be 61. It might be Roder, yeah, who's going to go. We don't know what. Oh, he's calling up a different number. It's 29.
So it'll be Jameff going off.
Yeah. And Jameff has already had a little bit of a do-si-do kind of in the crease area with Cartwright. So face-off to the right of Henry. This is Hall, JT Hall on the draw. We'll get the call in a second, folks. Back. Won by the Seawolves. Sherding controls the puck. Now trying to get it down low. Oh! off the stick of Rivera, almost a breakaway. Wilms will just fire it around the wall, but there's no Seawolf there.
He played it to the wrong side of the wall. He had Shirting on the other side.
And it was a cross-checking penalty. Or boarding or cross-checking. Now this is picked up by Lizaldi, trying to get out of the zone and unable to do so. Seawolves just getting really manhandled by this forecheck even on the man advantage. Got to credit the Broncos. They do a heck of a job on the forecheck.
They do. They play very tough.
Squeezed off the puck was Hall. Picked up by Shirting, who's going to walk it in. Wrist shot. Oh, it bounced off the leg.
Shirting should have probably taken a slide
JT Hall just took a hooking penalty. Unfortunately, Joe Bokikio could not control the puck on the wall. It skidded past. And now Lizaldi just moved his man out of the way because he walked right into him. So I guess we got some other things going on here.
There's a lot going on here in the first period.
So JT Hall will go in the box, and the Seawolves will go 4-on-4. Oh, and Lizaldi's going to go too, so now it's going to be 4-on-3. That's an undisciplined penalty for Lizaldi to take there because this is exactly what the head coach talked about, not taking those types of penalties.
No, you don't want to take penalties. That post-play penalties are the worst kind
you
of penalties. You
take somebody with you or don't take one like that. That type of penalty hurts the team.
Yes, it absolutely does. And now you go from you're on a 5-on-4 advantage to now being down not just one, but two men.
Two men.
And then in a minute and 13 seconds,
it's a 5-on-3.
5-on-3 for 47 seconds.
Yeah, so
now the teams are getting explanations here as to why it's being called. So now the Seagulls had two of their top players in the box and two of their top penalty killers, I might add. Cole has seen a lot of ice time on the penalty kill this year. Lizaldi's seen his time on the penalty kill. That's a killer to take at midway through the first period, and especially when your team is down in shots 9-2. And
Coach Garofalo is talking to Bendy's, saying he probably should have took somebody with Lizaldi, but unfortunately that's not the case here because Lizaldi retaliated, or he made the first move and he got caught. And again, there's a lot of emotion in this game, folks, and we know that. But this is a huge game. And right now, the Seawolves just don't want to be putting themselves in a situation where they're going to shoot themselves in their own foot.
Right. You don't want to come back. You don't want to fall too far behind in that. But a smart play by Crockett there to clear that puck out. He came very close to letting that one go, and then it would have been 4-on-2 essentially.
Good play by Crockett here. Crockett, if he skates, he could. Good defending there by Crockett. And now Gervasi will be out there to replace Crockett. Down to 38 seconds to go. Coming through on a deflection into the netting was Rice, and he goes over the top of Miller. That puck was deflected by a Bronco. That faceoff should go outside.
As we watch Rice here, he got around Bishop.
Went off of Miller, so Miller then it would be in the zone. Dan Ruff on the faceoff against Gervasi. Gervasi wins it, and Wilms was trying to hold it up, but could not. Miller gets it up the wall and held in down low. This is a lot of room out there. 5-on-3 right now. 4-on-3. Oh, walking right in, and nobody's stopping him. It was Rivera, but Wilms was quick with the blocker. Gilbert's got to get off his check. Too bad. Stony Brook Seawolves just blew that play. Actually, there wasn't even 5-on-3. It was still a 4-on-3.
Still 4-on-3, and it's still going to be that way.
Yeah, right now they just, that penalty came back to bite them really hard right there. Gilbert needed to get off his check. He was stuck on the man. When you're killing 4-on-3, you can't get caught up in that.
You need to get back into the slot. Here's the shot. There's the initial shot from Wyatt, and Novikov just puts in the rebound.
Yeah, so that's, unfortunately, rebound came out, and now we got a 1-1 game here. And there's still going to be a power play for 4-on-4, but in 8 seconds there will be a short power play for the Broncos. Seawolves need to step up here and get this game momentum back. Stay out of the penalty box.
They can't go into the penalty box. Because what we saw in that play, with Gilbert coming off his check, there was a lot of open space in the slot. that has to be covered up, and you can't have those guys playing too close together.
This puck back to Rivera at the point. Rivera controls. And a nice play by Underhill to get that puck out of the zone. Down to 29 seconds to go in the man advantage. We got a 1-1 game in game 2 of this 2-game set. Controlled by Minks, but he's offsides as Rivera. So we've down to 21 seconds. Faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Right now, shots still 13-2. And advantage on the shots to the Broncos. But we have a tie score right now with 9:52 to go in the first. Gervaisi will take the draw. He's out there with Osowski, Miller, and Bishop. Back to Bishop, and Bishop will just fire it down to the corner, eating some more time on the clock. Osowski on the forecheck. Minks carries up the wall. He's hit by Osowski, sends it across to Herndon. Herndon sends it down low. Loose puck, and gobbling it up is Wilms.
Wilms saw that trickling away from Gervaisi and right into the crease, so Wilms just jumps on that one, gets the whistle. There's 1 second left on all these penalties, so he's just about on his way out.
Yeah.
And what the Seagulls have to do right now, just win this faceoff, fire it down, get some fresh legs out there, and regroup. Because the last few minutes have really been dominated by Central Oklahoma. They've been playing a lot.
Well, they've owned a lot of the first period, other than the Stony Brook goal. So, you know, again, this is what we saw yesterday. So we're not surprised here. But nice pass, Underhill from DeFeo. Underhill fires off the stick and behind the net there, off a stick, picked up by Satola. This line already has a goal this game. Fired by Miller, and off the stick into the corner of Hold. Down low, Satola with the puck, making a nice move. DeFeo now makes a spin move. And then behind the net, Satola battling hard for this puck. This line is really working hard in this game, boy. They're coming. They're doing some nice stuff. Oh, just out of reach of Bishop.
They've had a very strong series. This line of DeFeo, Satola, and Underhill have been very effective against Central Oklahoma.
We have more stuff going on behind the scenes here, and
it's like Satola's in the middle of that one. Satola's not happy about it.
Yeah, I mean, he got his helmet ripped off his head, and you know.
And they're going to take Satola off as well.
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I don't know if he was someone has to go for ripping his helmet off. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Skro is holding the penalty box open.
Yeah, he's yelling at the top of his lungs.
And he has every right to be mad. As you watch that replay, he just gets crushed along the boards.
We got to see the replay on this.
As it was coming back down, he got the puck. He got hit in front of the UCO bench by LeBlanc, and then he gets up. It looked like he went after him, and the whole rest of the team went after Satola, and that's what caused the whistle and the pileup that we have now.
Boy, this is anyway the indication of how long this game is going to be.
I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come, and I'm sure both teams hope that doesn't de-escalate. You don't want to see things descale to a situation like that. We've seen it happen here before.
Yeah. So right now on the board we're seeing a 5-minute and a 2-minute. So there's a 5-minute major being assessed to the Broncos, number 18. That's Robin. I mean, have we even seen him on the ice? I don't even think he's had a shift.
He has, because he took the first.
He's getting tossed.
He took the goaltender.
He's getting tossed. He's coming off the ice, so he's done. Unless they're taking him off the ice because there's plenty of time in the period.
There's about 9 minutes left.
So he's getting a game misconduct. 5-minute major. But unfortunately, the Seawolves are going to have a 2-minute power, so it'll be a 3-minute power play for the Seawolves. But Satola's leaving the ice for repairs right now. He's got a cut on his chin. Yeah, I have a feeling that the call on 18, He was on the bench. Because I have not seen him on the ice for a shift. Yeah, so his 18 was on the bench, and that's probably why the major. He was on the ice. We're looking at the replay, trying to find out if he was on the ice, but yeah. There's nobody in the box serving the 5-minute major, but someone needs to be there. Yeah, scorekeeper's telling them you need to put somebody in the box. So they're going to miss somebody for 5 minutes. Who's it going to be?
They're going to take off Daughtry.
Okay, Daughtry, who's not seeing a shift at all, so. Right.
So we're going to play 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then the Seawolves have a 3-minute power play in which they can really take a good spot of this game.
Are the Seawolves missing a player? 4-on-4. Okay, so one back by out of the zone on that pass from Sherding.
And those passes have to be more direct, and they can't lose the puck on the blue line when they have a chance to threaten Henry.
So there's something I'm trying to understand. There's a 4-on-4, but yet there's for another 3 minutes. Okay, then the Seawolves will go on a 3-minute power play after this 4-on-4 is over. This is Rivera coming in with the puck. Fires a shot high over the top of the net, picked up by Hall. Hall trying to get around his check. He drops it back for Sherding. Sherding skating. Hall taps it forward. Bokikio in after it on Minkst. Bokikio shoulders Minkst, and the puck comes away. Picked up by Rouser. Rouser being watched by Hall. And through the neutral zone comes Wyatt. Wyatt will hold and send a shot high and wide all the way around. Picked up by Meyer. Meyer sends it across. And that puck gets through two Seawolves.
Hall was able to deflect it, but Herndon still gets it on his stick. And that's a problem with the Seawolves.
Kosh's way, that's Underhill, and that's a shot on goal, gloved down by Wilms. Yeah, we don't know what the call in the.
But defensively, the Seawolves have to tighten up. They can't let these cross-ice passes get through. That last one
Herndon against Underhill on the draw there. Picked up by Cartwright, sends it across. Underhill breaking in, coming in with speed on the left wing. Racing behind the net, looking for that turnaround opportunity. Fires a shot high. And a glove down by Henry.
And now the Seawolves are up at 5 shots now for the game. That was those 3 shots that they just put on. Those are the first since their goal with 12 and a half remaining in the period. So they had gone a good 5 minutes without a shot.
In 36 seconds, the Seawolves will get on the power play for 3 minutes and an opportunity to maybe cash in again. It's Underhill taking the draw for the Seawolves, and they'll do it again as the ref was talking with the goaltender. So Gilbert will come out. And Seltzer saying they can't change, but it's not the fault of the player. I mean,
and now they're gonna have to do it a third time because now Seltzer's arguing with Coach Garofalo, so now we're gonna have to do it a third time.
I mean, they're just basically gonna make the change. Sorry, Seltzer. Oh, they didn't make the change. Gilbert came back on. Okay.
There.
All right, Underhill with the draw. Gets through, tries to get a shot. His stick was lifted. And coming through the neutral zone is Danroff and Novikov. Novikov tries to get it back to Danroff, and it was a good move, but
it was poked away by Kasha.
Good play by Kasha there. Picked up by DeFeo. Nice between the legs pass to himself, and gets a nice tap from Roto with the stick.
Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do to put anything on net.
Yeah, get some shots, you know.
Here's the move by DeFeo to get around Rorda. Nice little kick back onto his stick.
All right, face off to the right of Henry. Hall on the draw with Lizaldi, who's back on the ice. All the way around. Up the wall. On Cartwright vacated the zone. Unfortunately, wasn't able to keep it in. But it's better to be safe at this point in time. We got a tie score and a power play coming. Right now, we're on the power play. Lizaldi making a move, trying to cut through. Picked up by Hall. Hall cuts through himself. Looking to make a move. Hall. His shot gets deflected to the corner. Picked up by Lizaldi. Lizaldi with the puck. Controls it. Back to Hall. Oh, Lozaldi actually. Lozaldi going back to get it, but good play there defensively by Rota, just waiting long enough. And now this puck is shot out by Wilms and back all the way into the zone of the Broncos. Back into the Seawolves zone, picked up by Cartwright. Cartwright watched by Rivera, gets it across to Sherding. Sherding up to Osaski through the neutral zone. Pass to Bokikio coming down left wing with Meyer right on him. And Bokikio's pushed off the puck, picked up by Osaski. And the Seawolves trying to make something happen with the puck. Back to Bokikio, but it through the leg pass. Sherding's got to get over there quick because it's a 2-on-1 potential. Picked up by JT Hall. He's squeezed off the puck nicely by...
And what we're seeing right now from Central Oklahoma, they're playing a very good spy game. They're letting the Seawolves think that there's going to be some spots open on the ice.
And they're not.
And they close it immediately.
Yeah, they're not. They close it immediately. It's almost like a rope-a-dope. They just rope you into making that pass, and they just know they anticipate you're going to go there.
Yeah, it's kind of like you would see a team in football do a cover 2 or a cover 3, where you think that spot's open out there on the field, and then it's closed off by a converging safety.
Seawolves got to try to make some hay here. 1:29 to go in this man advantage, and no shots yet. Underhill sends it on goal off the mask of Henry and into the netting, and they'll do it again. Seawolves got to get shots here. They need to push the puck onto the net.
Yeah, and that's going to come with finding space on the ice. They have to cycle the puck around, even if they have to make that one extra pass. You know, we do talk about a lot. They do pass the puck a little bit too often. Should tell them like they shot.
Bokikio
in a game like this,
on the draw for the Seawolves, picked up by the Seawolves. Kosher at the point with the puck. Over Bokikio, and they got Kosher at the point. They try to get the puck back, then Bokikio just hitting somebody with a shot. Wines fires, scores! Underhill blasts a high shot, just like he did yesterday. Otherwise, other side, again going high glove side on Henry. And the Seawolves capitalize on the power play.
And they get to keep the power play going. So we're going to watch it here. Here's the first shot from Bokikio. And LeBlanc goes down. He gets drilled again. I think he was the one, actually, who took the shot off the knee yesterday. And then here comes Underhill. LeBlanc goes for it and misses.
Underhill, 2 big goals this weekend. There's another one. Seawolves maintain the power play because of the 5-minute major. Cartwright will control the puck now. Come out. Over to Osaski. Cross-ice feed to Sherding. And off the mark, and we got an icing. 56 seconds to go in the man advantage. We're down to 4:48 to go in the first period. The Seawolves up by the score of 2-1.
I just want to point out that all 3 of the goals scored in this period have all been power play goals. Yeah, yesterday the power play for both sides struggled.
Right.
It was a
today,
combined 1 for 17 or so. Today it's 3 for 5 combined.
All right, this is Cartwright controls the puck behind the net, being watched by Dooley. Sent up to Sherding. Sherding, cross-ice feed, almost picked off. Again, they're just reading that play too much, and they got to go another way.
And they're telegraphing it.
Yeah, Sherding needs to definitely get that pass off sooner, or just try a different direction. This is Osaski with the puck.
Or if anything, try a smaller pass. Just
back to Cartwright. Cartwright over to Sherding. Sherding will just send it to the net, trying to get a deflection on the puck, and it was Osaski and both Lozaldi. Nice play by Sherding to knock it down. Sherding making a move around Dooley, making another move and has control of the puck. Back behind the net to Lozaldi, back to Hall. Hall looking for options, gets it back to Lozaldi. His stick was pushed right out of his hand, and he could not grab it. Now this time Sherding was not able to knock that puck down. We're down to 2 seconds.
He got close, though.
And that'll do it. Seawolves able to capitalize just on 1 goal on that 5-minute power play, but it was really a 3-minute power play.
They got only 2 shots on goal, and they were able to score on 1.
Crockett to Bozer, winds and fires, glove down. As Crockett was nailed to the wall.
He got slammed on that play.
By Meyer. Again, Crockett didn't have the puck. I'm not sure why he was getting hit like that, but face-off in the zone, the Bronco zone, and Crockett will take the draw. Bozer and Stemke are out there as well. Good poke check by Miller. And offside, Stemke will pick the puck up. Cross-ice feed over to Bishop. Bishop will get it back to Miller. Miller will carry. Get it up to Crockett. Crockett trying to walk it through, but it's bounced into the Stony Brook bench with 3:20 to go in the first period.
This end of the period seems to be going a little faster than the beginning part of the period did. The first half of the period felt like it took forever. Now the pace is starting to pick up a little bit. And that's what you want. That's what you want if you're Stony Brook, because you play a faster paced game, and that's how you're gonna keep Central Oklahoma back on their heels if you play a faster game.
All right, we got some alignment problems on this faceoff as the officials are going to talk to Herndon and to Stemke about staying on their respective sides for the faceoff. And course out is Rice will take it for the Broncos. Pass goes through Crockett, who just dump it in, chase after it. Meyer in, Stemke in. And Stemke loses it, picked up by Meyer, coming up on left wing. I'm not sure if that's Meyer, folks. It could be, yeah. Oh, what a nice little shot there by Rice. Almost able to get that through.
He made that extra move to get around.
Using his size has definitely worked in his advantage.
It has. Rice has a lot of size to his game, and he's used it against a smaller Bishop.
This is Bishop now. Bishop getting that puck in deep. Doing a good job getting it in deep, but now he needs to get back. His cross-ice feed out to, picked off by Bokikio, but he's off sides.
Bishop hadn't gotten back over yet. He hadn't gotten all the way through. Bokikio was coming out with speed, and Bishop has to be aware to see that and get himself back on side as quickly as he can so that he doesn't impede Bokikio's move.
All right, face-off in the neutral zone. And it'll be Johnson taking the draw against Hall. Hall wins the draw, gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert will just dump in and take a hit from Johnson. On the forecheck is Hall. Hall sends it down to Lizaldi. Lizaldi has time and space here and makes a move, carries the puck, sends it back down low. Picking up Bokikio on the cycle, down across to Gilbert. Gilbert will just dump down the wall. Sewell's looking to get some zone time. Pinching up is Gilbert, keeping the puck in. Bokikio will dump it back cross corner. Picked up by Lizaldi to Hall. Hall controls the puck. Back to the point. Frank Scherning fires a wrist shot, but there's no one in front of Henry. Bokikio needs to get in front of Henry.
He does. We saw the screen start working in the third period yesterday. They started getting some more quality shots on.
I mean, he's down there. He just needs to park himself in front of the goalie so he gets a deflection or...
As you watch Bokikio here, he's just circling around the net waiting for a rebound. If he's in front, Henry doesn't see that shot.
Yeah, he has time to move in front of that net. Need to do that. Oh, well, from the top of the circle, DeFeo sells one wide. So, back to the neutral zone. Picked up by Cartwright. Watched by Dooley. Over to Kasha. Kasha sends it up to Underhill. Underhill just pitches it over to DeFeo. DeFeo's winds and fires. Block a save. Rebounds loose. DeFeo follows up, and it's knocked down. Good play by the Seawolves. This line is having a great day so far.
They are. They're
Underhill, DeFeo, and actually it's Gervaisi out there right now. It's not Satola because he's out getting repairs.
So
Gervaisi just got tripped up, no call. DeFeo sends it back to Underhill. Underhill tries to send it back out. Over to Kosh, is going to rip it. Glove save by Henry.
And now we're seeing the tide turn towards Stony Brook. They've taken 10 of the last 11 shots. Here's the initial shot from DeFeo. Going after it is Gervaisi. He gets pushed off the puck, so a really good sequence on both sides.
Good job by Gervaisi.
He has the puck presence to get there and force one of the UCO's defenders to push him out of the way, which leaves more space open.
Face off won by the nice deflection attempt. Broncos had God. Unfortunately, Cartwright got
caught napping.
Yeah, got caught napping there, and now we got an even game. Unfortunately, that was just not a good play there by the Seawolves. Napping very late in the period, not even just about a minute left, and the Broncos tie it up 2-2.
And they do that with 1:04 to go in the period.
Yeah.
And again, we saw the 2-on-1 develop like we saw yesterday.
And now Cartwright's going to the bench. Cartwright's going to go to the penalty box.
That was Herndon just kind of took a stick and threw it down.
Yeah, well, Yeah, I don't know why they threw his stick, but that usually is an unsportsmanlike penalty that will be called automatically. And we do have it. Number 14 is going to go Herndon. So Cartwright was able to take another player off with him. Again, this is what you want to be able to accomplish because, taking a penalty, putting your team down. Look at we talked about how many power play goals today.
There's already 3 in this game.
So Herndon getting an explanation from Seltzer as to what he did.
When you can't throw a stick.
Go watch the replay. This is a nice goal here.
It is a nice goal.
And Cartwright. Yeah, and again, I don't know what Cartwright's getting called for. Did you see anything there?
Not.
Oh, for the hook.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cartwright's going off for the hook that he took Herndon down while Herndon was in the process of scoring.
Yeah, but I mean, the goal was scored at that point in time. It's it's a hooking penalty. It's what it is. Yeah. Right.
And then after that, the stick was thrown. So
right, that's the unsportsmanlike penalty that Herndon's going to serve.
But as you watch it here, Herndon's still on the ice. Jemeff gets knocked down by Cartwright as he's being held up by Rice.
Yeah, I think Cartwright may have thrown a little right there. Go back and show that again.
We're gonna watch it.
I see a subtle little.
It was a quick little one.
Yeah, I think that's when he went down. No, go back. Go see we can go back and get it from where. Watch this. Watch this. Here comes. It was not even really a right. It was just more like put his hands up to protect himself. And I think.
And then here it comes after the fact. Jemeff gets up. He's now on his knee.
Yeah.
And he's the one who throws the stick.
Right. So they're changing it now. Jemeff's going in there now. Good job by the officials to get the right guy. Jemeff's. I think this is his second penalty.
Yeah, he took a boarding penalty with 12:20 to go in the first.
All right. Seawolves still got to figure out a way to maintain and hold the lead here. They started the scoring. They scored first. The Broncos tied it. The Seawolves went up. The Broncos tied it again. So we are near the end of the first period. We still got a minute left to play. 4-on-4. There's been a lot of 4-on-4 action in this game. And the team that learns to expose that is going to do very well. Because it looks like we're going to have a lot of penalties today.
Yeah, I think so. We had a lot yesterday. We're already up to 19 penalty minutes in total for the game. So we're on pace to get pretty close to that for today.
Oh, vacating the zone too early. And Sherding will pick it up and try to send Lizaldi, but Lizaldi was already breaking. Picked up by Underhill. Underhill walking in, fired. Oh, that puck went through Henry, but it was wide. And back out to Sherding, and he'll just take it out into the neutral zone with down to the 17 seconds to go in the period. Seawolves got to change up real quick as coming through the neutral zone and still possessing the puck. And now it's offsides, was Minks.
With 6 seconds to go. Offside penalty, or offside called. But there's still a minute, 2 seconds of 4-on-4. So when we come back from the break, there's going to be 56 seconds of 4-on-4 play.
All right, face-off in the neutral zone with JT Hall on the draw. Loses it, and now we have a whistle offside.
Another offside. So Hall's out there going to take the face-off for the Seawolves. Should be the last one of the period. He's going to go up against Danroth. Danroth was very effective yesterday in the face-off circle.
All right, loose puck down to the last 2 seconds, and that'll do it for the first period, folks. The Stony Brook Seawolves 2. University of Central Oklahoma 2. Shots on goal through that first period. 16 for the Broncos, 12 for the Seawolves. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the start of the second period. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everyone. Andy Mignani along with Andy Sukoff and Trevor behind the controls. We are just moments away from the start of the second period, and need to go over some stats for that first period. So, Andy, take us through it.
All right, well, first thing I'm going to start with are just a ton of penalties. There are 19 total penalty minutes for both sides. You have the first two were taken by Central Oklahoma. Robin and Jamef went off about a minute apart for goaltender interference and boarding, respectively. Then JT Hall goes off a minute after them for hooking, and then Justin Lazzaldi also went off for roughing at the same time. So it went from a power play for the Seawolves to a 4-on-3 power play for Central Oklahoma. After that, you had Robin goes off again for a 5-minute major for hitting Satola, and then he went off, gave misconduct because he took his helmet off. Then Satola got off at that point for cross-checking as well. After that, you had Cartwright go off for hooking on the goal by Herndon, and Jamef goes off for unsportsmanlike conduct because he threw a stick after he was knocked over by Cartwright. There were 4 goals scored that period, 2 aside. The first one scored by Andrew Satola from John DeFeo and Tyler Underhill. That was a power play goal. After that, you had Novikov scoring the power play for Central Oklahoma from Wyatt and Danroth. Underhill scores on the power play to make it 2-1 Seawolves from Bakikio and DeFeo, and then with a minute to go, Herndon scores from Rice on the giveaway by the Seawolves. There we got your 2-2 score. It's 16-12 shot total in favor of Central Oklahoma.
All right, Satola, he's back on the bench. Good to see him back. And the Seawolves will be serving a 56-second penalty as well as the Broncos. So we'll be 4-on-4 unless we have some more penalties. Very interesting how the Seawolves got on the board just on their second shot of the game. And again, catching Henry high, it seems to be the way to go on him.
So if you're seeing that, and those are the things that you have to look at. We've gone high on him both games, and we've scored stick side high. That's how we're going to score goals.
And today, both goals were glove side high. So there seems to be maybe some vulnerability there. You know, again, a lot of goaltenders are butterfly goaltenders these days. They take away everything at the bottom of the net.
And you had that space high. So when you're facing a butterfly goalie, like you see most goalies are now, or they play a hybrid style of that.
Yeah, and he's 5'10", as Wilms is. Wilms himself is just about 6 foot. So, you know, both these goaltenders are not huge, so there's going to be some exposure at the tops.
Right. And we saw yesterday in the shootout, Henry likes to come out way out of his net. So he also plays a little further out of his net during regular play. So if you can kind of catch him a little too far out, kind of leaning, waiting for that anticipated move, you're going to get a lot of real estate open behind him.
Yeah, we got a lot of discussion going on down there with the referee and linesmen and the Stony Brook bench. So, okay, we're getting ready to go now. It'll be Rivera who started the game for the Broncos, Wyatt and Dooley, as well as, actually, there's a little bit of a change there. It's going to be, because we're on the penalty kill. Nygaard is out there, as Wyatt's out there. Lazzaldi is out there with Hall. This is being held by, again, Frank Sherding gave that puck away right at the blue line, and he was trying to get it out by making a nonchalant pass, but did not work. Now he pokes it out, hopefully tries to get it up the wall to Lazzaldi, and he will carry away. This is Sherding through the neutral zone and sends it in. Hall in on it, being watched by Myers. Hall pulls it away. He's got Gilbert. Gilbert sends one. Oh, was that in the? No, it was off the post.
Hit out the post and
inside of the post.
Gilbert had Henry beat.
Yeah, he had him beat there. Gilbert took that shot, and this is Sherding sends it up to Hall. To Lazzaldi. Lazzaldi trying to get it back. But now the Seawolves are going for a change. And they got to stay back on the ice.
Well, we're 5 seconds away from being back to 5-on-5.
So Lazzaldi now coming down right wing with the puck with Hall. He'll cut it to Hall. They're going to go for a change. He'll dump it back. And again, I don't know what that was all about.
There's a lot of confusion going on.
Oh, right off the helmet, right off the mask of Wilms on that shot. Again, just get the puck deep in their zone when you're going to make a line change. Wilms kicks it with the stick. And Satola gets it out to the neutral zone. Get some time and space here. The Seawolves try to regroup. Picked up by Sherding and off his stick. Picked up by Underhill now breaking straight down the middle. He drops it for DeFeo. Puck gets out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Kasha. He'll fire all the way in. And Seawolves now will come in on the forecheck. This is Satola in. As he creates a turnover. Down low, up the wall. Cross-ice feed to the neutral zone. This is Rice. Rice being watched by Cartwright. Gets a shot. Glove saved by Wilms.
We're gonna take a look at the replay here. Here comes Hall.
This is the Gilbert shot.
This is the shot that Gilbert takes. We're watching. Gilbert's wide open in the slot, and he takes a shot, and it may have been deflected by Lizoldi and hits just off that near side post.
We're so close. Oh, good shot right for the slot. By Novikov, and a glove down by Wilms. So we'll watch this again and see if actually Lizaldi gets a stick on it. Does he get a stick on it? Yes, he does. It's off the stick.
And that's why it hit off the crossbar as well.
He elevated the puck. Yeah, that's why. All right, Crockett on the draw for the Seawolves to the left of Wilms. Picked up by the Seawolves. This is Bishop. We'll send it down into the zone. It's going to be no icing. It's Osaski on the forecheck. And cross-ice pass to Dandroff, and he's taking the puck, trying to move to the net. Good defensive play by Miller, denying Dandroff. Off the wall, trying to get it up the wall, and now a shot from the point, glove down by Wilms from Nygaard.
And what I'm noticing offensively, when Central Oklahoma is rushing up one side, when they were coming up that last rush, Dandroff was uncontested on the near side. Every Seawolf was on the far side of the boards. So they need to commit someone over to the other side just to ensure that there is an obstructed lane and Danroth or any other attacker can't just get in.
Yeah, Dooley now will send that puck back to Rivera. Rivera controls it on the wall, being watched by Crockett. Crockett nails him to the wall. Loose puck, picked up by Dooley. Dooley being watched by Miller. He's pitched off. Good play by Miller. And that puck is hoisted out of the rink by Crockett. And it'll be a face-off in the zone. Seawolves will not be able to change.
Crockett was looking to bounce that one off the glass and out of the zone. Just hit it up a little bit too high.
Yeah, the high glass at that point in time, if that puck will never get out there. It needs to be more lower on that glass where there's less. Back to Minks. Minks fakes the shot and then loses possession. Losing the wheel there was Bozer. Flipped out to Osaski and unable to control the puck. Picked up by Rorta, sends it back in on goal. Wilms will hold it and drop it now for defenseman Bishop. Bishop will send it up to cross-ice feed out to Osaski. Whoa!
Yep.
Okay. All right. Another puck in the booth today. That's two. We haven't had any all year. So
we had one that bounced off of behind us.
Yeah, that's true. One did bounce off behind us.
Yeah, we were all making a concerted effort to protect the cameras.
Hold on the draw with Gervaisi. And Gervaisi trying to maintain that. Picked up by Scherning. He loses it and then gives it away. Picked back up by Scherning. Through the neutral zone comes Scherning. He's got Osaski with him and Stemke. Scherning in deep. Sends it to the front of the net, but Stemke went to the back. I guess he was looking for a pass behind the net. Oh, that shot just sizzles wide. Stemke sends it out through the neutral zone. Bakari on the pursuit as the fourth line for the Seawolves have made it onto the ice. Hole with the puck coming down, holding it, looking for a feed. Oh, and that was deflected by Rice going to the net. And Wilms was able to catch it.
Wilms just hangs on to that one. Shot total is 21-12 in favor of Central Oklahoma. They've taken the only 5 shots that have been on goal.
Yeah, Seawolves again, another slow start in this period, and they need to get their legs moving here. Start taking advantage of maybe some opportunities that they're just, they're going to be there. You got to just create them. The shot goes to the corner.
And like you're saying, when they create opportunities,
Okikio will send it back to Cartwright. Cartwright's going to send it up the wall to Hall, who'll pick it up in center ice. Hall makes a tap pass to Lizaldi. Lizaldi carrying it to Hall. Fires high and wide. It got deflected. It did not get to the net. Cartwright, nice job by Cartwright to deflect that. And now puck is loose on a stick. Almost an opportunity there.
Kasha was standing right in front of the crease, so he was
Lizaldi skating down hard. Lizaldi's going to win this battle on the puck. Lizaldi carrying it. He's being watched hard by LeBlanc and leveled by LeBlanc. Picked up here at the blue line by Sherding, but he just sends a weak shot down the boards, and they battle on the half boards. Going to pick it up, and it dumped into the neutral zones. Frank Kasha will send it back in, go for a change. On the forecheck comes Satola and Bocchicchio, and 3 forwards deep for the Seawolves. Bad change here, or no change here. Coming in and a shot off the glove of Wilms. Whizzles all the way out. Picked up by Underhill. Underhill kicks it back into the Seawolves zone. Picked up by Sherding. Again, the Seawolves trying to be a little methodic here. Underhill coming in on the off wing. Comes all the way around. Banked to the wall by Meyer.
But Underhill using his power
Good play by Gilbert there to slow. It's a turnover here. Underhill could break in. 2-on-1 maybe.
He was looking for Crockett on the pass.
Out in front of Gilbert this time. No! Gilbert shot it right into the chest of Henry.
It was a bouncing puck, and Gilbert's upset knowing that he had a prime opportunity. We're going to take a look at that one again. And just watch Underhill's power move there to get back to that puck. As it flips up past Sherding, here comes Underhill. He gets the puck, gets around one. He's looking for the pass to Crockett here and misses, gets the puck back, sees Gilbert coming through the slot, and Gilbert just doesn't get enough of it.
He didn't get it all. Yeah, he couldn't. All right, Crockett on the draw for the Seawolves. Seawolves, not having a lot of opportunities, but every time they come close. That's a shot by Sherding. Boza turns and fires. Just missed. Picked up by Crockett. Seawolves got a little zone time here. This is Crockett trying to work toward the net. Being watched by Rivera. Sends it out to Wasowski, who can't get a shot off. And there's another breakaway opportunity here. Wilms got to come up big. Wilms makes the save on a breakaway from Wyatt.
And Gilbert just shoves him into the boards.
Big save here.
That's a huge save by Derek Wilms. We're going to watch that again. Here's the outlet pass from Dooley, and nobody's on Wyatt. Gilbert got caught.
Again, defense. You got to be aware. Your head's got to be on a swivel. You need to know what's going on.
Wilms comes up big there. He waits for Wyatt to take that shot, not moving.
Because they're skating forward, you're skating backwards. They have momentum. You have to be one step ahead. So hopefully they'll catch themselves next time. And Wyatt was unable to connect on that play. Great save by Wilms on the breakaway. Bozer sends it up the wall. Here comes the Seawolves. This is Crockett on the backhand. He'll spin and turn, looking for help. He'll send it around the wall to Bozer. Bozer will hold it on the wall, trying to get it to Osowski. Bozer moves the puck. Osowski's being held up.
He had his stick
and the stick was taken out of his hand. Osowski will try to get it to Bozer through the backhand, but no sale.
And now Henry's without a stick. Now that the puck goes all the way back down to Wilms, Henry can grab his. We're going to watch again as Osowski had his stick ripped out of his hands by Rivera, and that should have been called. So you watch it there. Rivera has his hands clearly on the stick and pulls it out of Osowski's hands. That should be a holding the stick penalty at minimum.
Again, Bendy's missed it, so no call. Face off to the left of Wilms. One back by good shot by Danroff and a save by Wilms right off the face-off.
We're down to 13-16 to go here.
Kasha will come out. They change the defense now. And Cartwright will come out, and they'll take off Bishop and Heffernan. Face-off. Won by the Seawolves, but not turned over. Cartwright pulls it on the wall. Being watched by 2 players. Puck was given away. Now picked up by Danroff. He's picked out the pocket of JT Hall. Sends it back. That's Lizaldi sending it back to Cartwright. Cartwright needs to send it back to Kasha. Kasha trying to get it up off the wall. Could have easily been played and waving it off, which was just right, because that could have been played by the defenseman there, and then they waved it off. JT Hall working with the puck, trying to get it to Lizaldi. And not stepping in was Cartwright. Smart move there.
If he pinches in there, it's going to be a 4-on-1 for Central Oklahoma, and that's going to be a big problem.
All right, puck is knocked in the Seawolves zone behind the net, picked up by Kasha. Kasha fires it up to Lizaldi. Lizaldi looking for help. He'll walk it in. Try to make a move around the defender. Could not, but now we got a 2-on-2, 2-on-3, 3-on-2. And that off of Wilms' pad on that shot. Picked up by Kasha through the neutral zone. Oh, almost had Underhill breaking, but couldn't get to it. Nice save by Wilms on that pullback from Herndon. Underhill skating up with speed. He gets it up to Satola. This line has done really well today for the Seawolves. They need to step up right now. Underhill right out in front. Shoots. Saved by Henry. Underhill. Aggressive. Going to the net with the puck is what we need to see, and he's doing it.
That's the type of game Underhill plays. That's what he's known for. And he's already got one in this game. He gets right down in on Henry, and he tries to flip it up high like he did yesterday and today. So you go for that spot that's working, and he went for it.
All right, face-off will be to the left of Henry.
Down to 11:45 to go here in the second. Face-off deep in the Central Oklahoma zone. Crockett needs to take this one.
Loose puck. Picked up by Bozer was just knocked down in front of the net. This is Rice coming in. Rice. Gilbert, nice job with the hand. Take that puck down. This is Osowski, sends a cross-ice feed, but it's way too far and not strong enough of a pass. He'll pick it up again and try it in. He'll get it up to Gilbert. Gilbert will take it through center ice, just try to get it deep. Back to Gilbert at the point. He's got to get everyone's got to touch up, get onside, and they do. Bozer in on the forecheck, coming hard. Gets his man. Good check by Bozer. Picked up good turnover here by the Seawolves. Back to Gilbert. Nope, didn't get there. And this is Jamoff. Jamoff with the puck. Sends a cross-ice pass. Picked up by Sherding. Now Osowski will send a cross-ice feed, and it's knocked down. It's just
back down. I don't know how nobody's seeing that right there, but you just see right in front of the official McCutcheon. You used to see Osowski getting basically put into a headlock by Brandon Harley, and just broken up like that.
This is Sherding back for the Seawolves. Through the neutral zone now. Gervaisi with Stemke. He's got help. He's got Bakari with him. Sends it across. Nobody there. But Gervaisi trying to get it. Picked up by the Broncos. Tapped off the body of Stemke and fired back in the Seawolves zone. Bishop back to get it. Sends it back to Miller. Miller up the wall. Trying to get it up the wall. Battling hard here. The pucks are loose. And again, out in front. Oh, darn. Wow. That's a tough one, boys.
Especially after what we've seen Stonebrook get further into the zone.
Miller had problems with the puck. Bishop couldn't get over there, and that giveaway on that goal, just hard work by the Broncos. Seawolves have to be able to match that intensity.
And smart play by Wide there, just kick it right back onto his stick after it was getting a little too close to Wilms.
I mean, Miller, usually he's pretty solid. That play there, the puck didn't bounce in his way. Yep. Seawolves down 3-2 after leading this game and only allowing the Broncos to tie it. Now the Broncos have taken the lead here. And now the Seawolves find themselves down in the second period, 3-2. This is Azali breaking in. He shoots. Glove save. Trying to go high, but right at him.
And we're seeing a big discrepancy in shot totals here. It's 28-16 in favor of Central Oklahoma. So when you're being outshot nearly 2-1, the fact that you're down only one goal is a testament to your goaltending.
But sooner or later, as a team, you have to start rising your game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we saw that yesterday around this time in the second period. Because, again, yesterday the shot total was about the 2-1 mark.
Kasha with the shot, deflected out in front, and now through the neutral zone. Seawolves trying to control the puck now. That's a giveaway there. See what happens is everybody starts chasing the puck carrier, and then everyone else gets open.
Right.
So you gotta.
If you're an off puck defenseman, you need to not be watching where that puck is.
You have to be disciplined. 3-on-1. Hall with Lazaldi and Bokikio. Oh!
And just like that, when you have a 3-on-1, you need to make sure that your passes are tape to tape. And in that instance, Hall misplayed the puck to Lizaldi, and Lizaldi couldn't get to it on his stick, and that just ends a great opportunity just like that.
Yep. And again, I don't want to say the Seawolves have sunk themselves yet. It's too early in the game for that, but they got to make that play work.
That play has to work no matter. You have time. You had a good 2 or 3 steps ahead of the nearest Bronco defenseman. You had a chance to slow that down a little bit. Make sure you got that pass in onto Lizaldi's stick so he could get that shot. And if you're Lizaldi, you need to have your head up, knowing when you're going to be getting that puck. You need to anticipate that pass before it gets to you.
Yep. Right now, the Seawolves are kind of relying on one line to get this going, and Rivera walks through, Dooley walks through, and it's just no stopping this team. You can't give up on them. You have to keep coming, and you have to keep checking, and you gotta.
Yeah, and Central Oklahoma comes in waves.
Yeah, but they just don't stop coming in. That's what the Seawolves do. They stop when the puck gets in front of the goalie. They just stop.
You can't be puck watching. You have to constantly be moving around on the ice.
Look at that. That's a big hit. I mean, that could be interference for anything because DeFeo never even touched the puck. And DeFeo now will take it in the zone. Being watched by Meyer. Thrown to the wall. And Gilbert. And this is what they call the game within the game, folks. And that's what we're watching. The Seawolves don't get a chance to play teams like this all that often. So this is an eye-opener, but this is actually good for the Seawolves before Nationals because they're going to face teams like this in the Nationals.
And now they can watch film from this game and see where they can improve their game, that they can play against these teams at a more consistent level.
Right, like right now, I don't understand why Frank Sheridan just did not go across to Gilbert, cross ice, rather than going up the wall and losing possession of the puck now. And there's a shot right on goal. I mean, they got to get smarter to move the puck out of the zone. D to D and up the ice.
The reason why they're going up the wall instead of cross ice is because they've been able to go up the wall all year long. Against other teams, they can play the vertical game.
That's what they call. You got to adapt to your situation.
I don't disagree with you. You need to
and
adapt
to the
team you're playing.
And you got to have more than one breakout to get out of your zone. You can't just use up the wall because up the wall doesn't work when they cover up the wall. Like you said, they got to come up with. They got to go D to D. That Gilbert's on the other side of the ice. Nobody's on him. You got to go to him. Yeah, it's going to be an icing call in Seawolves. Seawolves right now, we are down to the last 6:50 to go or so in the game in the period. Yeah, there's a lot of that icing stuff that probably the refs should look a little closer on. As Minks with a shot that Wilms sees all the way coming in and gloves it down. Body language doesn't look good right now.
No, right now you're starting to see a little bit of slouching there.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to see. You want to see them get back to that energy that they had early in the first period, where they were playing at a pretty high level.
Hall breaking in now. He's got Lizaldi wide. Hall walks in. Lizaldi. Oh, that's actually Boquicchio. Loose puck in front. Oh, rebound. Bounced right off the player, right onto the net, and a good save by Henry. This puck gets out of the zone now.
Miller went for the pinch, and it got past him.
Well, we're going to have a penalty call here. It's going to be a trip, and it's going to be on the Seawolves. Can't catch a break right now. Stony Brook is struggling mightily, and there's still plenty of time to go in this period.
So this is a tripping penalty on Miller. And this is with 6:24 to go here in the second.
Yeah, and you can.
29.
And I would bet that all the ice time yesterday that Sherding and Gilbert took is having a toll on them today.
It has to. They played a ton of minutes yesterday, and they got to be gassed. And you don't want to have that. And now you have a defenseman taking a penalty, so that's one less defenseman that they can cycle through.
All right, this is Wyatt
on the penalty kill.
At the point, down low, Nikolov. And the Seawolves are just having a hard time getting the puck out right now.
They've struggled with that most of this period.
Shot high and wide off the wall, back up to the point. Kept down by Wyatt. They get it over to Hole. Up to Nivot. Cross ice to Wyatt, and a shot by Nikovic. ricochets all the way out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Wyatt. Gervaisi on the hit on Rivera, and good job sending it all the way down. They go for a line change. Gervaisi will chase down after it, forcing Henry to fire it all the way around the wall. Good job by Gervaisi on the forecheck. He should go off. Decides to stay on. Wyatt will pull up. Cross-ice feed knocked out of the zone by Underhill. Good stick by Underhill. Now Gervaisi will go off. And Hall back on the ice. Big hit. Oh, JT Hall. Nice big hit on Herndon. Back to the point to Wyatt. Down low, actually, it was a pass to Dooley, and Sherding was able to prevent it.
He was able to undercut the pass and make them have to regroup.
Sherding knocking Dooley around. Dooley much bigger, but Sherding. Oh, Dooley looking for the one-timer in front of the net. Tapman just missed.
He was just wide that he had some open space over the right pad of Wilms.
And this pass does not get through. Dooley was looking for the home run stretch pass. Bishop back to get it, but he lets Minks get it. Minks will turn and shoot, and knocked down by Cartwright. Back to the point and out of the zone as we're down to the last 5 seconds. The Seawolves hopefully will survive this. Bishop back to get it. It's an icing. And
now the Seawolves
offsides, actually.
Now the Seawolves can get a fresh line out there and back at even strength. So this is a big spot for them. They're down to the last 4.5 minutes of the period. They could tie this game up here going into the third. Now you're going to see a different kind of game.
Big kill that was.
It really was. That was the most important kill of the game thus far.
And that puck is fired all the way into the zone. Cartwright being chased down, and the speed on the forecheck was just incredible.
And that came out the pegs there as Wilms was sliding back into position.
I mean, before you know it, Johnson was on Cartwright before he could even get to the puck.
I don't even think Cartwright saw that out of his peripherals, that there was somebody converging in on him. That's something you have to be aware of. You have to have that kind of spider sense that, hey, somebody's right on my tail. I better get to this puck and make something happen quick.
Nikovic got a pass to Dandroff, and Dandroff sends it out, but picked up by Satola. Seawolves need to get this line going. They had such a good game so far. Picked up by DeFeo. DeFeo controls it. Going to the net was Satola. Back behind the net. And stepping up through the neutral zone is Dandroff with the puck. He's got Johnson with him. Johnson fires a hard wrist shot just wide of the net. May have had Wilms beat on the play. This is Underhill skating down left wing with the puck. Underhill going to the net. Turns, fires. Oh, he just came up a little short.
Nice move on the wraparound.
This should be an icing. And Seawolves will have an opportunity here to change their line.
And as you see Underhill's last wraparound opportunity, he was able to stop on a dime right out just inside the circle and get that shot on. He just wasn't able to.
Seawolves need to get somebody down on the backdoor side.
Yes.
So Underhill now can make that play and make a pass.
Yeah.
They need to get more creative here. Back to Sherding at the point. Sherding holds the puck, waiting to get somebody in front of that net. Now it's sent down low, but Kikio did not get it low enough. Picked up by Sherding. He's being held, and he's being it's just amazing how the holding out into the neutral zone. Hall with a big hit on Nygaard. And Sherding will send it up the wall to Bokikio. Bokikio will get it to Lizaldi, but Lizaldi lets it go through. Picked up by Gilbert. Gilbert now to Lizaldi. Lizaldi's having a tough day. Okay.
Puck handling has not been his strength.
Oh, JT Hall sends it in between the legs, and the Seawolves tie it up.
That's one of those Henry's going to want back. Hall took a little bit of a weak shot. It got deflected off the pad.
Poor Justin Lizaldi. He was trying everything he could to get that puck in the zone. Finally, he gets in the zone. He gets it to Hall. Now watch his move. While he's skating, there it is, and he'll throw it right through the legs.
And it just kind of deflects in.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry might have played that one a little weird because he was like, okay, he was jumping up versus going straight down.
Lizaldi got credit for an assist, though. So,
Seawolves tie it up. That's a big goal for them right now
is.
because they
It
were
is.
getting outplayed there for a little while. Maybe this will give them some more life and see what happens here. Osowski will send it in off of Jordan and back up the wall. Picked up by Rice. Rice is watched by the Seawolf. Picked up Kasha, who fires it, just banks it off the wall. Rice will pick it back up. Send it across to Gordon. Kasha setting it. Jamif setting it in the zone. Picked up by, down low. All alone down low, I should say.
Rice got a round Cartwright.
And a nice move here right off the wall. Oh, boy, I'll tell you. Yeah, just getting on the board, you don't want to be giving that one up.
No. You can't give up a goal less than a minute after you just scored.
Yeah, this line today, the Crockett line, Osowski and Bozer not having the success.
No. Yesterday they were playing.
Yesterday was a different line.
Right,
today
but
it's a different line.
The three of them collectively played an effective game.
Yeah, they did.
In each respective responsibility that they had.
Right.
Today, as a unit, they can't get it all together. And that's going to be a problem if you can't rely on a line. You're now.
So Tola wins the draw.
Where you're going to have more lines, less lines rotating.
Sherding will send it up the wall softly to DeFeo. DeFeo will get it up to Underhill. They're back out there. This is Underhill. Will send it back around the wall to DeFeo. DeFeo turns. He's got Gilbert breaking in. Gilbert fires a shot. They didn't get through.
Got blocked in front.
And now we got 3-on-2. Seawolves got to get back. We got a forward back. DeFeo. Oh, just tricks wide.
It's deflected by DeFeo on the outset pass.
Gilbert sends it across to DeFeo. DeFeo walking in on right wing. Dumps in. Now chase after. And he's railed to the wall. DeFeo does come away with the puck. Now he's being checked by LeBlanc. The puck goes into the neutral zone. Picked up by Underhill. Will fire it right back in. We're down to 1:16 to go. 1:12 to go in the second period. We're all tied up at 3. Back behind the net is Roeder. Roeder pass in the neutral zone was deflected. Lizaldi again trying to move that puck. Getting slammed in the head with the stick and no call. Nice! Oh! Had the JT Hall breaking. JT Hall tries to make a move. Walking in. Up the wall. Now Lizaldi pick it up. Lizaldi sends it back down trying to find Hall. Hall will take it back behind the net. Gives it away to Bukikio. Back to the point to Miller. Miller sends a wrist shot. Deflection attempt. Just missed by Hall. Picked up again by Bukikio. Bukikio drop pass back to Hall. Hall will control on the half wall. Cross-ice feed up to Bishop. Fakes, moves, makes another shot. Does not get through. Sends it into the corner. It was deflected. Good job by Lizaldi keeping that puck in. Bukikio now coming in on the forecheck. Seawolves buzzing here, right down for the last few seconds.
Lizaldi took a big hit. He's slow to get up, and he's limping.
Yeah, and there was no call on that play. It could have been a penalty easily. Minks breaking in. Shot saved by Hall by Wilms.
Wilms had to hang on to that one because they're down under a second. So he needed to make sure that one didn't get in before the end of the period.
All right, so
Big
we're down to
play by
0.4 seconds. Have to keep an eye on Justin Lizaldi. He went down.
So we're looking at the Stony Brook Campus Rec Twitter feed. They tweeted after JT Hall's goal. And they're saying that people should be watching. We agree.
Absolutely. This has been the best hockey this weekend we've seen in this rink for a while. Face off to the right of Wilms, and that'll do it, folks. At the end of the second period, we find ourselves all tied up again at 3-3 this time. Shots on goal through 2 periods, 33 for Central Oklahoma and 23 for the Stony Brook Seawolves. We are going to take a break. We'll be back for the start of the third period. You're watching Seawolves Hockey Live. And welcome back to Seawolves Hockey Live, everybody. We're just pre-third period here. We are through 2 periods, shots on goal through 2 periods, 33 for the Broncos and 23 for the Seawolves. Got a 3-3 score. Andy, how did we do on penalties in that period?
There was only one, actually. If you could believe that, there was only one penalty in the entire period with 6:29 to go in the second period. Alex Miller went off for tripping. It was a successful kill by the Seawolves. There were 2 goals that period. The first one by James Wyatt, an unassisted goal midway through the second. And then with 2:41 to go, JT Hall, off the misplay by Lizaldi, he somehow got it back to Hall. I don't even think that's what he was intending to do on that play. He gets to the Hall. Hall gets around and puts a shot through the 5-hole to tie the game at 3.
All right, folks, we are in our third period, our last period, a regular season period of the year, barring any overtime or shootout. And we want to say right from the top, it's been a pleasure doing our games with you again this year, and we look to be back again next year. We wish the Seawolves lots of success through their divisional playoffs, and we wish them tremendous success in the Nationals when they head out there. That's going to be the first week in March, I believe. It's for Nationals.
It's in Cleveland this year, right?
I'm not exactly sure where it is, but
because last year was Chicago. This year, I believe, is Cleveland.
Details on the dates and times for the Stony Brook divisional playoffs will be on the Stony Brook Facebook page, so you can pick up the information on that. We are going to get going here. We are all even up for this period so far, so it'll be JT Hall centering Bokikio Lizaldi. It'll be Rivera with Wyatt and Dooley on D, Sherding and Gilbert, and Meyer and Nygaard for. Actually, it's not. It's Rouser and Minks on D. And that was offsides, and the faceoff will be in the neutral zone. Do you have another guy coming up? Do you have anybody else coming up? Faceoff won by the Seawolves, picked up by Sherding, and Sherding will carry and drop it over to Gilbert. Gilbert's being watched. That puck is deflected out of the rink, and faceoff will be back in the neutral zone.
So we're 20 seconds in. We've already had a couple whistles. So it's kind of a staggered start to the third period.
All right. This is Hall and Rivera on the draw, sharing a chuckle. Sherding. Oh, wow. Dooley knocks it out of midair right into the Seawolves zone. Back to get it to Sherding, and Dooley back there. Also Wyatt. Puck is picked up by Gilbert. Lizaldi forced to the wall. Now Hall skating out of the neutral zone. Hall, and that puck's fired back into the Seawolves zone. Coming hard is Wyatt on the forecheck, and picked up by Gilbert. And the Seawolves just a little slow getting to these loose pucks.
That's been a recurring theme all weekend.
And I think they, it's obvious when the other team sees it, they can.
It's like they sense blood in the water.
Pucks are just like going everywhere they need to go and not where they need to go for the Seawolves right now. It's just incredible how the puck luck is finding. Oh, look at that play. Seawolves got to scramble here trying to get the puck out of the zone. This is Bokikio. He'll just try to get it out. Can't. Now the puck gets squirted back to the right side, picked up by Sherding. Sherding's just going to try to lift it out.
This is a big problem. If the Seawolves continue to struggle clearing the puck out of the zone,
that's how they scored the last time on the Seawolves. So they really got to kind of get tidy up that defensive zone coverage. Now the puck is held in by the Seawolves. Kasha with it. Sends a wrist shot. Loose puck, and bluffed down by Henry. Seawolves just, almost like nervousness out there. They just got to play their game. And face-off. So Satola on the draw. He wins it, and now it's picked up by the Broncos, but one back, and now they'll pick it back up. Denroff will just back it out to Novikov. Novikov coming down right wing, fires a wrist shot. Oh, He had Wilms beat. Oh, and that puck was off the post. It did not go in. Well, Wilms is a little slow tonight on this third period as well, as those two quick shots beat him, but did not get in the net. Seawolves got to step their game up here as the Broncos are bringing it now, and they maybe sense an opportunity to catch the Seawolves on a slow start again, which has been their MO.
And with this slow start, the Broncos can really take control in the offensive zone because they're not letting the Seawolves get back into the other side of the ice.
Right.
They're really controlling play. And as we watch that last one,
Off the post, inside, and Wilms
inside.
almost knocked it into his own net. Face-off will be to the left of Henry. It's Crockett on the draw, and he's going up against Hull. Puck is loose, and we're going to have another face-off.
Just a lot of stoppages here early on. So we were taking one last look at the replay of that shot at the post. There was that potential that it could have gone in, as it looked like, from one angle, it did look like it got close.
Crockett on the draw for the Seawolves, up against Hull again, to the left of Henry. And now Hull's going to be tossed from the faceoff. Daughtry will take the draw. He loses it back to Miller. Miller fires a wrist shot just wide on the short side. And the puck never got through. Hull's going after the puck. Crockett on him. Picked up by Bishop. Bishop sends it back to Miller. Miller will control it for the Seawolves. Forecheck is coming hot and heavy for the Broncos. This is Bishop. He'll hoist it through the neutral zone. And it'll go all the way on goal off the post. Oh, it went off the post and then it went behind the net. That should not be an icing. Should not be an icing. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but
if it goes off the post, I guess technically because that's not on goal, you can make the case that would be an icing.
I guess you can. Face off. Picked up by Miller. Miller up to Osowski. Osowski's going to backhand it and glove down by Minks. Loose in the neutral zone. Picked up by Wyatt. Wyatt back to Minks. And Minks over to Rouser. Seawolves trying to just get the puck deep. Good job by... And that puck off the crossbar sails high. I thought it went off the netting, too. Good zone time here for the Broncos. Puck down into the corner. This is Wyatt. No one on him. Out in front. Miller slides it with his stick. He's not out. Picked up by Gervaisi. And Gervaisi will send it back to Bishop. Bishop sends it off the wall, trying to find Stemke. Stemke could not touch the puck. Picked up by Rice, coming down, winds and fires high over the top of the net. Seawolves out there with that fourth line. Giveaway here in front. And the net is off the mooring, I guess. That's the whistle. Seawolves won't be able to change. And they'll have to stay on the ice. That fourth line will have to stay out as...
And this is a big face-off here for the Seawolves. They need to win this one, clear it out of the zone, and get the change.
Yeah. Usually the fourth line for them brings a lot of energy.
It does, but this series they've struggled in that regard.
Yeah, because it's been a mixed bag line. It hasn't really had a lot of consistency.
And that's been a problem all weekend is consistency just in general.
As Bakari's pass did not get through to Stemke. Good check on the wall by Bakari. Puck gets down low. And right out in front, now puck to the corner, shot wide, and Wilms kicks the net off again. So we'll face it off again, and we still don't have a change. Bakari still needs to stay out on the ice. Maybe it's better off that they just get the puck to Wilms so he can freeze it.
Yeah, just if they lose the face-off, if Wilms gets on top of the puck, just let him hang on to it. Don't try to do anything crazy. Just get the whistle.
Hall got out there at least, so he's out there for the draw, and it's won by Bakari. Bakari will just take it and try to slowly move it down the ice. No icing here. Hall on the forecheck. Up against Nygaard, and through the neutral zone comes Johnson. Johnson to Nikovov. Wilms fires it around, but there's no Seawolf there.
That's happened more than once.
Too bad.
Today.
It's just the communication there was not that good. Zaldi dumps it up to Hall. Hall will control the puck in the neutral zone, and he'll just soft dump cross corner. On the forecheck is Bokikio, and Hall in the zone through the neutral zone. Comes Nikovov with a shot. Nice shot, saved by Wilms. Lizaldi loses an edge and loses the puck. Meyer will send it to the net. Gilbert just uses his stick, swat it, and now it's off of the pad. And that shot was blocked in front by Bokikio.
Bokikio with a big block there. Strong, solid defensive play.
Picked up by Lizaldi coming around Bokikio. Bokikio with the puck. The Hall whips a shot off the crossbar. Wow.
Hall's going to wish he had another shot at that one. He was wide open in the slot, uncontested.
Down low to Bokikio, but it's off his stick. Gets bumped off the puck, picked up by Lizaldi. And up the wall, kept in by Gilbert. Nice play by Gilbert, picked up by Bokikio. Looking for Gilbert or looking for somebody. Over to Gilbert. Gilbert sends it down low. Back behind the net is Lizaldi. Wraparound attempt, no good.
Good rush there by the Seawolves, getting some chances on Henry.
Seawolves are changing. Yeah, there could have been too many men there. And way out in front. The defense just not in place there. Again, opportunity was there for the Broncos and couldn't capitalize. Picked up by Underhill, skating through neutral zone. Down left wing with speed. Underhill makes a move around his man. Trying to get it in front. Oh, shit. A shot by DeFeo. It was a save by Healy. Henry. Oh, now there's a hook down on Underhill. No call. Again, those weak calls that were made late in the game yesterday that took away the advantage for the Seawolves. That puck is hit into a Seawolf player, but here coming through. And that was not called either, so they're letting them play here, obviously. Moser was offsides on the play.
After yesterday, when they blew the whistle for everything, letting them play, it's a little bit of inconsistent officiating there. But, whatever works.
Right. Seawolves doing a good job in a neutral zone, but you can't. See, what scares me about a play like that is two Seawolves go to the puck, they miss, and then three guys going the other way.
And that's what Central Oklahoma's MO is. Catch them committing to one side and exploit the other. Yeah. And that's what
that's also called a bad puck bounce.
It is. But if you see it happening consistently and you see your team is on the losing end of that problem, then you have to adjust your game.
Right.
Say, hey, we're not going to commit two to one side.
Crockett on the draw. One by the Broncos. Fired all the way around. Wilms holding it for Bishop. Bishop sends it all across to Miller. Miller sends it up the wall but missed. He was actually going through the neutral zone trying to get it to Crockett, but he missed him. And there's an icing. Back into the Seawolf zone with 12:44 left to go in the third period. Seawolves creeping up on the shots. They're only 10 back on the shots now. We got a 3-3 game. Jamoff on the faceoff against Crockett. Crockett, no. The shot is turned and blocked down by Bozer and hit him right in the hand. Bozer's going to go off. Fired all the way across. Miller. He'll backhand it up the wall. Osowski swings and misses, and that puck doesn't get out. Fired back in. Miller on the forecheck against Rice. And nice spin move by Crockett. He finds Osowski to Bokikio. Bokikio got leveled with a stick high up in the head. But here's a shot, a save by Wilms. And and I think Bokikio took care of that. Out into the neutral zone, picked up by the Seawolves. This is Sherding. He will just send it all the way down into the zone. On the forecheck comes Lizaldi and Hall. And fired out of the rink. Faceoff will be inside UCO's zone. Watch the replay here. There's a check up on the head.
And that's not what you want to see if you're at the Seawolves bench, especially right in front of the bench.
All right, face off to the right.
And again, won by Central Oklahoma. They've done very well controlling faceoffs this entire game.
Yep, they have. And the series. Back onto the neutral zone. Bukikio chasing down after it. Coming out is Henry. He fires it all the way around the walls. Elzaldi will get there first. And puck is still loose. It's in the zone. Down low to Bukikio. He's got a 2-on-1 with oh, he scores! Joe Bukikio! On a low shot this time. Wow, we got to take a look at that. You know, Joe's got great hands. And that's a big goal for the Seawolves. And let's see that one again. Puck is bouncing. Hall keeps it in. He gets it down to Bukikio. He's got Lizaldi. Lizaldi's telling him, shoot it. And he does. And he goes short side.
Bukikio's got that finishing ability, and he showed it right there.
We talked a little bit about the cheating aspect of Henry yesterday, how he was able to get across and stop those passes that were going cross the crease. This time, the Seawolves did not do that, and they shot short side, and they beat him. Maybe cheating a little bit there off the wall. Kept in by Kasha. No, it's out of the zone.
It was just past the blue line.
So the Seawolves up now by the score of 4-3.
We're midway through this period here. And for Bukikio, that's his 7th goal of the season.
All right, and you know, Joe missed a lot of time, we know. And that play is offsides. Danroff was in. And face-off will be out in the neutral zone as we are down to 10:46 to go. Still a lot of time left to go in this game.
There's a lot of time. You know, we saw yesterday that a lot of goals were scored late in the periods, in all of them, actually.
The face-off will be in the neutral zone. It will be Satola, and he'll be going against. Oh, we have no timeout. Face-off further in the zone.
It's coming back towards the
more
Central
toward
Oklahoma
the
side.
Central Oklahoma side. It'll be Johnson on the draw against Satola, and Satola wins it, and DeFeo sends it in. Well, picks it back up, sends it deeper. Back behind the net. Henry will leave it for Rouser. Rouser loses it now. Back in front and trying to get it to DeFeo. Lukovov coming down left wing with speed. Lukovov's got some help, but coming back on the back check is DeFeo. Nice job by DeFeo. Picked up by Danroff. Looking for a one-timer from Lukovov, and it goes into the corner. Lukovov again. Now he misses it. Picked up by Cartwright, who's by himself. Throws it up the wall to Underhill. Underhill gets spun around. It's Rouser got a stick up in the head inadvertently, but both players are okay. Puck knocked down by Osowski and pushed back out. Stony Brook should not go into a defensive mode here. They should be playing their game.
Hey, don't go into a trap mode yet. You don't want to do that. Not when you're only up by 1. That's something you do when you're up by 4.
Back down to Wilms. Wilms will hold it for Bishop. Bishop is being watched by Rice. Sends it back behind the wall to Kasha. Jameer coming in, and Kasha carries the puck. Waiting for an opening, looking for somebody to send to. Deflected in by Bozer. Nice play. Up the wall and out into the neutral zone. Sent out by Henry. Picked up by Bishop. Over to Miller. Bozer will deflect in and chase down on the puck. Henry out to get it. Bozer in on the forecheck, so is Crockett. Crockett gets there first to Bozer. Bozer back to the point to Miller. Miller sends a backhander to the corner. Osowski down low, picked up by Crockett. Crockett controls down low on the half wall. Sends it back behind the net to Osowski. Osowski holds the puck, being watched by 2 players. Osowski digging hard, picked up by Crockett. Back to Miller. Miller fans on it, then gets it back down, then loses it. And this will go all the way down. It's going to be an icing. Should be an icing, yes. All those players need to come back on the ice.
That's a tough break for Central Oklahoma.
It sure is, and they're tired. They've been pinned in that for that shift, and now they gotta indoors. The Seawolves will go for a change. They're going to change their D right now. And they're going to bring out JT Hall, Lizaldi, and Bokikio, Sherding, and Gilbert for an opportunity here to maybe catch a tired Central Oklahoma team. Too many players on the ice. They need to get these guys off. All right, so face-off to the left of Henry. And unfortunately, Hall was not ready for the face-off, and puck was dropped. This is Rice coming down. And his shot deflects into the screen, and they'll get their line change now. Seawolves unable to take advantage of that tired team.
So we're down now to a little under 9 minutes to go here in the third.
Face-off to the left of Wilms. Hall on the draw against Rivera. Hall wins it. Touch pass out to Bokikio. He's got Lizaldi with him. Lizaldi on the right side with the puck. Sends it across. Deflection. And a save by Henry. Lizaldi trying to do it on the rush. Drop pass to Gilbert. Gilbert sends it across. One-timer. Oh, Bokikio just missed. That off the mooring, and they'll have a no change here. Face-off. Bokikio, got to watch that replay.
This is a big spot here for the Seawolves. They can get a 2-goal lead and really kind of start extending.
He just
this lead.
missed on that play, and hopefully we'll have a replay on that. Face-off will be to the left of Henry. Hall on the draw against Rivera again. This time Rivera, they didn't drop the puck. And Hall wins it right from the face-off, fires it right on goal. Up around the shoulder area, gobbled up by Henry.
Nice save there by Henry, keeping it a 1-goal game. Hall had a pretty big shot on that one, coming right off the face-off, and he was able to get enough of it that he had to make Henry really work for it.
All right, we'll do it again. We'll do it again. And this time, the Broncos come away with the face-off. Loose puck out through the neutral zone, picked up by the Seawolves, knocked down by Bokikio off the pass from Sherding. Sherding gets it back. Down to 7:59 to go. Off the wall pass. And off the stick. Seawolves need to keep these lines fresh. This will go in for an ice. No, it's going to bounce. Gilbert being chased down by Wyatt. And Hall able to get it past Dooley. Coming down the left wing is Bokikio with Lizaldi. These guys got to get off. 2-on-3. Dooley sends it to the corner. Hall will pick it up. Make his move. Oh, it's poke checked away. 3-on-1 coming in. Oh, what a play by Sherding.
Strong defensive play there by Sherding. A big play by Sherding to keep that puck away from Wilms.
All right, the Seawolves escape, and they get that line change. Yeah. Oh, man, that was a big, big defensive play there. And Wilms sends it back. Cartwright able to pick it up. He'll just hoist it out to the neutral zone. Still got plenty of time. Oh, this is Satola breaking in. He's got Underhill with him. Underhill trying to break through with it. Loose puck still. Picked up by the Seawolves. This is Kasha. Sends it down the wall. Back behind the net. Picked up by Underhill. Underhill trying to make a move. And makes a move and goes around his man. And trying to get to the front of the net. Loose puck. Satola almost put it in.
Henry got enough of it, put a glove on it, and hung on. We're going to watch the replay of these last couple sequences here. We're going to watch especially Sherding's big save.
This is Hall. He gets picked here, right? Yeah.
So Hall loses the puck to Hole, and now here comes Sherding. He's going to come back.
And they're trying to make that pass because that would have been wide open for the shot. All right, faceoff will be to left of Henry. It's Satola on the draw for the Seawolves going up against Hull. And Satola. And Andrew got tossed, so now DeFeo will take the draw. Both players got tossed. Daughtry will take the draw with DeFeo. And we got players on the opposite side of the ice where they're supposed to be. Loose puck. Oh, Satola trying to get back to Kasha, but he couldn't get it there. This is picked up by Underhill. Underhill sends it back to Kasha, who will control and skate up the ice. Frank Kasha coming down left wing, fires deep in the zone. DeFeo on the forecheck, but Henry is going to hold it for the draw. Down to 6:14 to go in the third period.
This would be a big win here for the Seals. They can get a regulation win against Central Oklahoma. That should solidify their spot at number 1 for next week's rankings going into the conference playoffs.
Got to want it, boys. Got to play for it. No one's going to give it to you. You got to work. You got to earn it. Coming down left wing is Jamuff, and he'll send that across. Bozer on the check, but missed his man. Picked up by the Broncos. The Broncos are right now. They got a huge line out there against the Seawolves. Gilbert will go back and get it. He's being watched by Rice. Sends it over to Sherding. Sherding will pop it into the neutral zone. Loose puck picked up by Meyer. Meyer sends it back in. Picked up by Gilbert. Gilbert to Ossowski. And Ossowski, Seawolves trying to get that puck out past that red line. Can't do it right now. Good puck control here by. Now it's turned over. Okay, now Bozer trips over the puck. And we got an offsides play, as we'll probably start seeing 2 lines now for the Seawolves, as two guys came together. Myers and Lazali came together. Both hit the deck.
You'll see 2, maybe 3 lines tops for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I think at this point in time you might want to wait another shift through with the 1-2-3 and then go back just to the 1-2. All right. Face-off won back by the Broncos. Walkikio in on the forecheck, kept in by Hall. Hall just sends it down the wall. And picked up by the Broncos as they come up through neutral zone. Dandruff tips it in to the Seawolves zone. Picked up by Kasha, who loses it on a when he lost his footing.
Yeah, but he made a big recovery to at least get the puck back close to him.
And that puck just whizzes wide to the back. Novikov to get it, sends it back behind the wall to Dandruff. Dandruff being watched by Hall. And that puck is deflected out, knocked to the corner by Cartwright. Lazaldi, they're coming hard now. The Seawolves have to realize this is the last push that they're probably going to have. The last couple of shifts, each line, they're going to push hard.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't want a 3-game slide here.
Patikio kicked it in.
He was offsides.
Onside.
So, face-off will be in the neutral zone. 4:22 left to go. I'm going to face it off in the center ice area. Or maybe there was a blown call. All right, face off, center ice. And picked up by Minks. And Minks will dump it in the Seawolves zone. And it gets down and picked up by, gobbled up by Wilms. As Dooley sends a splash of snow Wilms' way. And face off will be to the right of Wilms. Satola on the draw. He's out there with DeFeo. And we're going to change the D. Sherding's coming out. And off will go Miller and
Bishop.
Taking no chances here.
Yeah, you want your top line guys out there right now. And
because that's their top line. So.
And Sherding's been very strong defensively today.
Good face-off win by the Seawolves. DeFeo just needs to get that puck deep. You need to make them skate all the way. Sherding will get it out. This game will become more intense as time ticks off. Underhill just missed it. Opportunity. The poke check here by Underhill again. Seawolves better three forwards deep now.
Satola able to get back to even up.
Shot on goal and the save by Wilms. DeFeo will control it and get it off the wall and get it out of the zone. Seawolves going for a change. Changing up if they can to stay as fresh as they can.
Yeah, what they should be doing right now is 30 to 40-second shifts tops. You don't want to go anything longer than that, otherwise you're going to have tired lines out there.
Seawolves, this is Crockett. Oh, it is offsides. Was that play offsides?
Bozer and Crockett were like right in on each other.
I don't know. Too close to call for me. 3:26 to go. I couldn't really see it. To me, it looked like it was a good play. Face-off in the neutral zone. Crockett taking the draw. Bozer, Crockett, and Ossowski still getting line shift time. Banging that puck in. Out to the neutral zone. Knocked down by Ossowski with a high stick. And the face-off will be still in the neutral zone.
And these last few minutes are the ones that take the longest to do because each team plays at such a
it's going all down all the way.
Such a frantic pace. They need to kind of just get it all together.
Face off to the right of Wilms. Crockett on the draw. He wins it. And Miller will get it back to Bishop. Bishop will fire it off the wall. He's trying to get it to Bozer. Bozer can't control it. He sends it back to Bishop. Bishop back to Miller. Miller to Wasoski. Wasoski to get it out. He does. Good job. On the chase. Bozer using his speed, and he gets hauled down.
Bozer got the inside edge on that.
Yeah.
That's what caused him to get pulled down.
Wasoski in on the puck, too. Now, the Sea was trying to keep that puck maybe deep, but no, it gets out. And this is Rice sending it through the neutral zone. Picked up. And that puck goes wide and off the stick of Rice. Rice pinned to the wall. Jimmiff with the puck. Back to the point to Minks. Minks sends it to the net. Deflected just wide. Seawolves trying to get control of the puck here. They need
a clear.
Just banking it off sticks. And it's like I said, it's going to get a little frantic here as we get down to the last 2:22 to go. Big body check on Minks by Miller. Minks maybe trying to draw one there. Nice pass, nice way to get out. Bishop, cross-ice feed to Lizaldi. Hall will pick it up, send it down Hall to Lizaldi. Lizaldi gets it to Bokikio, back to Hall. Hall trying to make a move with the puck, will turn and spin. Sends it down to, for Lizaldi for a one-time tip. It just went over the top of the net. Good zone time here for the Seawolves. Picked up by Hall. Sends it across to Cartwright. Cartwright controls. Sends it down low. Lizaldi will have it down low behind the net. Now into the corner. Picked up by Johnson on the turnover. Through the neutral zone comes UCO. And knocked out of the zone. Good play there by Satola. As they'll have to touch back up. Picked up by Cartwright. Cartwright pass deflected off the forecheck of Dandroff. And they got their first line out there now. And the Seawolves have got to try to get a change. Loose puck in front. Behind the net, out in front. Good save by Wilms to stop play here. As Kasha sends his man flying down to the ice. And at this particular time, Bendy's is not making a call like that.
And we're down to 1:06 to go. Calls like that, they would have to be blood on the ice for a call to be made right now.
Bendy's is talking to Kasha and basically telling him, look, you don't need to do that. And I think Kasha knows that. All right. So here we go. Face off. We're going to have a timeout, I think, by the Broncos. As they will take a timeout with their net now empty. I think they pulled the goaltender at this point in time.
Yeah, with a face-off down in the defensive zone, you might as well pull the goalie. You get that extra man out there, you take it. And if you're the Seawolves now, what you have to do, you have to win the face-off, clear the puck out, keep it in the neutral zone, kill off as much time as you can, and make sure that Central Oklahoma doesn't get those second and third chances.
You got to make them skate the 200 feet or
Yes.
the 180, whatever this rink is. So. Once again, while we have a break, folks, we want to let you know that we appreciate you guys tuning in and watching all the games this year. So, our last shout out to some of the families out there that have come in to say hello to us. The Lizaldis, of course. Some of the other folks that have come in too. The Millers have been here. Bakari. I can't remember them all, unfortunately, folks.
Let's see, the Tizios came up here.
Well, they're locals, so
Yeah.
they come in a lot. But we're talking about the ones that can't get to the games. So
Right. Okay.
everybody who's watching from the out of the state area, we appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to us. Face off, one back by UCO, and Minks will send it around. Keep an eye on the time. We're down to 1 minute. And the Seawolves scrambling to try to get possession of the puck. Control by the Broncos. Gilbert gets it to the corner. Hall will try to get it out. And they're going to put 4 guys on the puck, as many as they can get. 45 seconds to go. Satola. And knocked out in front by Hall. And Hall can't get it out. It's going to be frantic, folks. Hall may get a chance here. He may get a chance. JT Hall is going to walk in and give the Seawolves the 2-goal lead. And I have to tell you, folks, I know the game's not over yet, but I said it was going to be a two-goal game. All right, JT Hall, that's a big goal. Seawolves go up by 2 right now, and that's monumental.
Yes, it is. That's a big goal to have. A 2-goal lead now with under 30 seconds to go. Now he's got to tighten up defensively, make sure that they don't get those shots, and just let the clock milk down.
All right, folks. Face off at center ice. We're down to the last 25 seconds to go. Henry back in the net, and the Seawolves looking pretty good right now.
And you have to expect that they win the face-off. As soon as they get it back down into the zone, it'll be at the net once again.
And Lizaldi going hard. JT Hall, they're all going hard. Not wanting to let UCO get the puck in the zone at all. Seawolves playing really staunch D. Down to the last 3 seconds, folks, and that'll do it. The Stony Brook Seawolves finally win a game against University of Central Oklahoma, and they win it by 2 goals in regulation, 5-3. Shots on goal through the game, 41 for UCO, 29 for the Seawolves. And the Seawolves finished the regular season on a high note by defeating the number 4 team in the country 5-3. Yesterday was a very close game, could have went either way, so today kind of went maybe the Seawolves' way, and they deserved the win. They played well. Wilms was outstanding in net. Today, Henry not as golden, but still good. So
both teams made plays where they needed to, but Stony Brook made plays right at the proper moment.
Any last minute comments, folks, before we tune off?
Well, make sure that you can follow the team on Facebook at Stony Brook Hockey, and you'll get all the information for division round playoffs and the ESCHL playoffs there. All
right, folks, tune in, watch the Seawolves. We wish them all the best in the playoffs and their run into the Nationals, and hopefully this year they do it. We wish them all the best. And to all you, we'll see you next year. Thank you for watching Seawolves Hockey Live.